beautiful one, Sonia from Empowered Sovereign. What's happening in your life? Empaths. Yes, empaths. This video is for the empaths. So dear ones, I have had some videos on empaths, and I have a different take on us empaths. Yes, I am an empath, and I believe, beautiful ones, empathic ones, that we are all empathic. So let me just share with you all why I say that. It is because I know, and yes, I do know this, and you even know this. We are all channelers, and I have said this in other videos. We are all psychic. We are all empathic. We are all sentient beings, meaning we feel, we sense. This is our natural nature. Now, if you don't think that you feel and sense, it is because of many reasons. We live in a world where humanity has developed an immunity to painful experiences, and it's very understandable. So a lot of us are immune to tragedy. We are immune to things that upset us. A lot of us are immune to it because guess what? We see it all the time. Yeah. When you see tragedy, when you see sickness and violence, when you see a lot of violence all the time, it numbs you. It numbs your spirit. It numbs your heart. This is what happens. So, as I said, when we live in a world that has a lot of hyperactivity and things going on that does not resonate with our natural essence, dear ones, because our natural essence is peace. Our natural essence is tranquility. Yes, that's our true essence. Now, if you have not witnessed that in yourself, then I would suggest to begin to witness this peace and stillness, because when more of us make space to have peace and stillness within our environments, within our mind, within the activities that we engage ourselves with, then we begin to actually feel, we begin to actually see ourselves. Yeah. So my higher self, dear ones, has always been telling me it's the simple things. Yeah. It's the simple things in life, but a lot of things we miss because of the life journey. So for us empaths, as I said, as I believe, everybody is an empath. Because again, we were all created with the same divine essence. Okay? Our essence is the same makeup of everything in this universe. The trees, the sun, but on different degrees. Okay? The grass. What else? The moon, the stars, the sky, the atmosphere. I mean, we have the same alchemicals that make us who we are, because we are actually the earth. Okay? We are actually the universe. So if we have the same divine essence in us. What makes us different? Well, because we are individuals, we have our own unique personality and our uniqueness. That is what makes us different, is our personality. Yet, we are the same. Okay? We are the same. So when you come into this life journey, like for myself, I have found out that I was an empath maybe like 11 or 12 years ago. And when I found out that, things started to make sense for me. I could understand why I felt drained at times. And when certain people were around me, I would feel this heaviness. Yeah. And I could also, like, I'm very telepathic. So I would be picking up on all of that stuff. Yeah. Yet, as I said, because we are all made from the same divine essence, we are all empathic. Yes. This is why the collective, us, we don't know who we are. We go through a lot of painful experiences because of the actual journey of life that we are experiencing. Yeah. It's sad. This video is to bring insight so you can understand more about yourself. That's what I'm all about, is so we can understand who we are, so we can navigate that life journey to the fullest and not run and hide. The empath, as for myself, we feel, we sense. Oh, do we feel? We feel everything, dear ones. Advice that I like to give for the empath is you have to learn about your own energy. You have to learn about your own energy first. You got to know how you really feel. And you know what? It's kind of difficult for a lot to do that, especially when you're around a lot of people all the time. Yeah, it can be very difficult. But when you are alone, this is when you take that opportunity to tune in to your energy, so you can know what is your energy. And that is going to help you a great deal. Now back to me thinking that everybody is an empath. Now I have shared in another video that we have different degrees of empaths. And I spoke about the narcissists because I really do not resonate with that label, because I see them as an empath as well. They're just on a different degree. Okay? Just like love is at one side of the scale and hate is at another side. It's all on the same scale. And really, love is a higher degree to hate. And hate is a lower degree to love. They're on the same scale. They're not, of course, they're not close. They're far apart. But they're on that scale. Yeah. So that's how I see the narcissist. So you may be, some people, and this is, okay, let me just share this. This is what I believe. When people marry or are in relationships with a so-called narcissist, this is what is happening from what I understand. because we attract what we are. So I know you don't want to call yourself a narcissist. So this is how I understand this. So if you are the empath, meaning you feel, you sense everything, and the so-called narcissist does not feel or sense. Now, they do feel or sense. I'm just letting you know that. They may feel and sense on a less degree. That's where the scale comes into. And the reason why, dear ones, they feel on a less degree is because they are denying that emotional part of themselves, because it's easier to deny. Because if you had to acknowledge that emotional part that feels and senses, it's like you got to be involved and you got to talk and you got to do all these things. So when you disassociate yourself with your emotions and you just inflate your own self, that's easier. It's an easier route. So I look at it as they are denying parts of themselves. But listen to this. They marry or they get in a relationship with somebody because guess what? That person that they're in a relationship is loving, is caring. It's something that they want. So that's why they get in a relationship with them. Because that person is filling their cup. Yeah. That person is filling their cup naturally. They can't fill their cup because they deny it. Now, they can fill their cup because what did I say? We are all created with the same divine essence. Yes, we are all created with the same divine essence. So when you deny that, this is a human thing because, this is the human experience, and this is the earth is a school of learning for us. So when you deny that, you get it from the other person. Yeah. So they deny that part of themselves because it's easier. That's how I see it. They deny that part. They inflate their own self-worth. Okay? And it's just an easier way. You don't have to deal with another person. You don't have to have any emotional ties with a person because you just cut that off. You denied, but it's there. I'm sharing with you. It is there. It just has to be nurtured. And some people that are in relationships with them, it may help them. And they may open up their heart and help to heal that part of themselves that they're denying. And then maybe some it won't. It just depends. Everybody is different. That's our uniqueness, But yeah, there's different degrees. There's different degrees of everything. So empaths need to have boundaries, of course. Know their own energy. Don't hide from the world. Okay? No. Don't hide from the world. Just have your space when you go home and just realize that you're sensitive to energy and you pick up energy. Yeah. You pick it up everywhere you go because you're sensitive. But when you know that you are an empath, you can have these boundaries and you can state to yourself that you are a force of infinite light. You are the light. I am safe and I am secure in my skin. So you can affirm whatever you want to affirm as an empath, but you do not have to hide. Because really this earth is teaching us about us. That's really what it's doing. So it's teaching you about other people that may not be so heartfelt like you, but nevertheless, they're just like you. That's why you guys are together, because you attracted what you are. Okay, everybody? I don't know if that just went over your head. We attract who we are. So if I'm an empath, that person has to be an empath too. It's just we're on different degrees. One person's heart is more open. And even as I say that, all of our hearts are really open. It's the human construct, that mind that says, I'm closing my heart. And when you say that, then guess what? Because we're creators, that's what's happening. That's what happens. You close your heart. Your heart is closed on that mental level, because whatever we believe, it is, right? We're all empathic, dear ones. We're all sentient beings. And we have to remember that we are the universe. Yes, the universe resides within us. So if the universe resides within us, what does that say? Okay? We're here on Earth, and Earth is a school. And for the empaths that are feeling intensely the energies, what I have found out is that the empaths that feel like that, you're in training. You're learning about this gift of sensitivity so you can help others navigate their life journey. Make it easier for them. Help them to understand what is happening to them. That's what's happening. And, for some time you may feel like, I have heard this, it's a curse. Yeah, I've heard that. But it's not a curse, dear ones. It's because we don't understand who we are. We don't understand that we're an energetic essence that is the universe. Yeah. So you're going to pick up on things. You're going to feel things. And when you figure out your own energy, then you know if there are other people that have energy that's dense and heavy and it doesn't feel good for you, then you know what to do. You know to stay away from those type of energies. Yeah, you know to stay away. As a matter of fact, this is where our psychic abilities come in, because you will know from most people who you need to refrain from. Yes, you do. We all do. And guess what? Most of us do refrain. Some of us do not. And we entertain that dense energy. And then guess what happens? We get sick, or we get angry. Yeah, we do. Because you're picking up on their energy. That's what's happening. You could be the sweetest person, and then you're around a person or maybe a group of people that are like hostile and angry and all that stuff. And you're not that way. You will pick up on that energy because that's your gift. You're going to naturally pick up on these energies because it's your gift. Everything is a gift when we can understand ourselves. Yeah. This is the whole purpose of us being here, is to remember first. And then when we remember, we can start putting the pieces to our life to understand that, wow, this is really a gift. It's not a curse, because God would not curse anybody. Does that even sound right? No. God gives us gifts, and we have to find these gifts, and there's a lot of gifts in clear sight for us. So everybody is an empath, dear ones. You just have to have boundaries, have some alone time. Water is good for empaths. Taking showers every night, changing your clothes, not wearing the same clothes because it has energy. Everything is energy, dear ones. I mean, everything. Keep your room clean. Don't have it cluttered, because if it's cluttered, guess what? You're feeling the energy, the clutter from the energy in your room. Yeah. Try to keep everything clear and clean. And when you do that and take a shower, you're going to feel better, because everything is energy. Everything. Yeah. I'm just letting you know, I can go in Goodwills now, but I used to didn't want to go into Goodwills. I could, but because it was so much stuff in the Goodwill store, I couldn't do it. I felt like I was suffocating because it was just too much energy in there. So I can go in there. Yeah, I can. But when I come home, I need to take a shower, need to take my clothes off and clear myself from that energy. Yes. Yeah, really. Every day you should be clearing your energy. Yeah. And taking a shower is numero uno. I suggest taking a shower every night before you go to bed, so you can clear away all of the energies of the day. Yes. Yes, the water is very powerful and cleansing. So yeah, water is a very good element for empaths. Lots of water, dear ones. Keep your place clean and have your space. Have your space. And you're going to be okay. You don't have to hide. Yeah. You don't have to hide from people. Just realize that you're sensitive to energy and refrain from crowded places all the time. I mean, you can go to crowded places. Is that your ideal place to be? No, because I don't myself particularly like to be in crowded places myself. And I used to be in crowded places all the time when I was younger. So that just lets me know, of course I can do it, but when you're more aware of your sensitivity, which is a gift, then you do what is required for you. Yes, dear ones. So I hope this video gave you some insight, and just realize that being an empath is a gift. You are picking up on the energies because we are energy. Everybody is. So of course you're going to pick up on energy. You're picking up on what you are. How you like that? And we can't hide. No, we can't hide from other people, but we can refrain and we can have our own space. Yes, absolutely. Open space is even the best for us. Like I feel it when I'm driving in my car and I go somewhere that's like open space. You feel that openness. It's like you can breathe now. You really can. And it's a completely different feeling from being around hundreds of people. Yeah, that's why when some people, not all, go on vacations, they want to go somewhere in nature, they want to go somewhere so they can relax, where there's not a lot of people. There's some who still go out and be around a lot of people, but you, as an empath, you'll feel the difference. Absolutely. You will definitely feel the difference in your energy. Most certainly. So boundaries. Have your boundaries. Don't be afraid. Don't be in so many crowded places if you can help it. Water, as I said, is a very good element to help cleanse away energy in your shower. Wash your hands with cold water. Change your sheets. Don't wear your clothes over and over and over again because it has energy. You want to wear clean clothes. Yeah, change your sheets, once a week or once every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm serious. These things really help to improve your energy. So we just have to realize as empaths that we have to have our boundaries and do not allow other people to come in your space. No, that's it. So dear ones, I hope this video gave you some insight, knowing that everybody is an empath, dear ones. We just have different degree of empaths. Some are more heart-centered than others. And that goes for everything in life. Everything. So we have to realize we are mirrors and reflections of one another. And when we can understand that, then life will be easier for all of us. Because being an empath is a gift. All right, beautiful ones, enjoy the rest of your day. And may your empathic essence shine throughout infinity. All right, beautiful ones, take care.